valedictorian.
Yeah, those are very good looking.
Yeah.
This is what I love.
What's that?
This is what I love to see.
Here's the recorders.
Oh. Oh, yep. Love it.
It turned itself off. It turned itself off, so I don't know if it was in standby too long. It was on earlier, but where is it now? I can't figure out how to turn it back on. Got enough pauses. You can see her. We'll give it to her. The camera stopped working.
Please be seated. Thank you to the Utah State University Scotsman Pipe and Drum Corps for the wonderful processional. Good morning. My name is Sylvia Reed, and it is my honor to serve as Associate Dean of Accreditation and Undergraduate Studies in the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services, and my pleasure to welcome you to our 2026 undergraduate convocation for the college. To the 2026 graduating class, their guests, and all who are watching the broadcast of this event, we thank you for joining us today. And graduates, on behalf of the faculty and staff of the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services, I extend our warmest, heartfelt congratulations. We have 8 dignitaries on the platform with us this day. Please join me in welcoming USU President Brad Mortensen, President and Chief of Staff to the President Jessica Euler, Vice President Vice Provost Paul Barr, Trustees Brett Hughey, J.C. Skinner, and Casey Maloof from our USU Board of Trustees, former member and chair of the USU Board of Trustees, Jed Pitcher, and Max Alder, 2026-2027 USU Student Association Student Body President and Trustee. We are honored they will share in today's celebration. I want to begin by commending you on your noteworthy accomplishment. It is challenging to earn a university degree, and you did so while facing headwinds such as economic pressures, work demands, evolving technology, and others. You have navigated these challenges masterfully, achieved and developed the perseverance needed to tackle new challenges and opportunities in your future. Congratulations. Today we will honor over 1,100 of you who extend our tradition of excellence at USU. Indeed, you are graduating from one of the finest colleges of education and human services in the country. This year, U.S. News & World Report, a global leader in education rankings, ranked the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services the top graduate college of education in Utah for the 26th year in a row. Further, our college is ranked 2nd in the Intermountain West, 30th among public institutions, and 13th nationally in external funding, which the funding amounts to over $52 million last year to support research, teaching, and service projects that benefit our students, community, state, and the nation. So class of 2026, you have good reason to be proud of your degrees from this college. Although, of course, we're proud about our ranking and external funding, the real value of this recognition comes in the support it brings for research, programs, and services that are truly life-changing for the many people and communities that we serve in Utah and beyond. Our students, faculty, and staff do impactful work that benefits the well-being of individuals, families, and society. Through excellence in education, research, and service and outreach, we help others fully realize their potential and thrive. These accomplishments and our outstanding academic programs are the product of years of effort by an exceptional team of people whose passion, talent, hard work, and commitment to Utah State's land-grant mission drive our college's outstanding and enduring success. Please join me in recognizing all of the staff, faculty, and administrators who work so hard to make this the great college that it is. We would also like to take a moment to recognize our generous donors. If you have received a scholarship or award during your time with us at Utah State University, would you please stand up? Donors, thank you. You have helped make education possible for these students, and your generosity will have a tremendous impact on their lives. Graduates, please remember that a love for giving starts young. Because you now have a college degree, it's estimated that you will make, on average, $1.3 million more across your lifetime than you would have without your degree. That said, let me travel a different path than you were expecting, even if I will still encourage you to be a financial donor to our college when you're ready. The greater, invaluable worth of your degree is found in your capacity to solve problems with tenacity and creativity, to be resilient and humane in the face of inevitable social and technological change, and to safeguard our democracy. For all the economic forces and pundits telling us that a college degree is a consumer good to be measured in financial return on investment, let us not forget that it has always been and will continue to be a public good. Consumer goods are often designed to become obsolete, to be disposable, and profit a select few. This does not characterize your Utah State experience. Your education cannot be taken away from you. It will grow in value over time, and that will benefit us all. Our collective future and capacity to flourish as a society will rest on your shoulders as our future leaders. Please help others achieve the dream you have realized today. Give of your hopefulness, your time, your talent, and in due course, your treasure, to help future generations of Aggies fulfill their dreams and our society to meet the challenges and opportunities to come. So now let us return to the task at hand, recognizing you as newly minted graduates of Utah State University. Graduates, you have contributed immensely to this college's greatness. Today, we celebrate your academic journeys, recognize your hard work, and acknowledge the significant personal sacrifices you have made to complete your degrees. For example, I know that many of you have worked at various jobs while going to school. I also know that in addition to being students, many of you are parents or caregivers. I want to recognize your determination, your persistence, and your remarkable work ethic. These are qualities that will serve you well in any future career that you pursue. Every one of you has made this college, this university, and your communities stronger. You are each amazing and talented in your own way. As you go forward in your life, you may not be able to control others or their choices, but you, by your example, will be able to influence and inspire others for good. We believe, and hope that you do too, that you are well prepared to meet the challenges of life that you will encounter. Whether you are starting a new job, going to graduate school, building a family, moving into your parents' basement, or trying to juggle several of those things at once, whatever the future holds, you will always be Aggies, and we know you will represent this college and university well in the years ahead. I hope you are as proud of what you have achieved at Utah State, and I know that you appreciate the people in your lives who have shared, supported, and cheered you on in your journey. We have thanked our university staff, faculty, and donors, but I would like to take an opportunity now to recognize your personal support teams. Would the parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, children, and other family members, friends, and guests in attendance please stand or wave? Graduates, thank you for showing your appreciation for those who most support you in your success. I'd now like to recognize some special members of the student body who have been honored by their colleagues for outstanding performance and contributions during the past year. Eva Jones, will you please join me at the podium? Eva is the 2026 Scholar of the Year for the college. The Scholar of the Year award recognizes a student for exceptional achievements in both academic and service domains. Eva is graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology with minors in intersectional gender studies, sociology, and mental health advocacy and awareness. Congratulations, Eva. Jared Vance, will you please join me at the podium? Stand right there. Jared is the 2026 Undergraduate Student Researcher of the Year for the college. The Undergraduate Researcher of the Year award recognizes an excellent student and a notable undergraduate researcher who has consistently engaged in independent inquiry. Jared is a senior psychology major with minors in Spanish and chemistry. His strong commitment to psychology and research has led to involvement in 5 research laboratories at USU. Congratulations, Jared. Tyler Springer could not be with us here in the Spectrum today, but he and his family are watching via AggieCast. Tyler is the 2026 Undergraduate Teaching Fellow of the Year for the college. Tyler graduates today with a Bachelor of Science in Human Experience Design and Interaction from the Department of Instructional Technology and Learning Sciences. Faculty, especially those who teach in large classes, rely on assistance from teaching fellows to ensure the best learning experiences for our students. So congratulations, Tyler. Hallie Hart, would you please join me at the podium? Hallie is our college senator and is a graduate student in sports management. Hallie was voted by the student body of the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services to lead the Education and Human Services Student Council and represent our students on various university committees. Thank you, Hallie.
Thank you, Associate Dean Reed. Could we please have one more round of applause for these exceptional students? Thank you. My name is Sean Whiteman, and it's my honor to serve as the Executive Associate Dean in the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services, and it's my pleasure to conduct the remainder of the ceremony. Each year, approximately 400 of our students participate in student teaching, clinical experiences, or volunteer activities in schools throughout the state, including our own Edith Bowen Laboratory School. So we have a special place in our hearts for children who help so many, in the hearts for the children who help so many of our students become highly effective educators and clinicians. Today, the Edith Bowen Laboratory School Honor Choir, under the direction of Ethan Fallis, provides our entertainment. The children will first sing Read Me a Memory by Jay Richards. This will be followed by our favorite, The Scotsman, and we will encourage you to join the children as we reach that part of their performance.
Read me a memory, tell me a tale, think of wondrous adventures. Together we'll sail on to forests enchanted and lands far away. Fairies and kings and magical rings, my heart has wings. I sing at your knee, and you read to me. Years turn like pages, soon I'll be maybe someday I'll be too a child of my own. Though I may not remember the stories we shared, I always do. The time spent with you, as you love me too. I stand at your feet, and you read to me. Childhood, my summer days, you call my eyes, soon will be yesterday. Fairies and kings and magical rings, my heart has wings. I sit at your knee, and you read to me.
Thank you to Ethan Follis and the Edith Bowen Laboratory Honor Choir. Give them a hand one more time. Now, at the risk of getting myself in trouble, Perhaps next year they will be accompanied by President Mortensen on the piano with a solo from Vice President Euler. We are pleased to have with us today the 2026 valedictorians from all 8 of our departments. They will receive their diplomas first among the students in their department and will receive a plaque commemorating their accomplishment. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to one of these incredible students, our college valedictorian. We have many bright and capable students, so being selected for this honor is a great accomplishment. It also demands a speech, meaning one last assignment on a Friday morning before the degree is in hand. J.C. Hopkin, please join me at the podium. J.C. is the valedictorian for the Department of Psychology and for the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services. J.C. has always aspired to be a scientist. She came to Utah State University for its physics program, but along the way discovered a passion for psychology. While she stayed for the outstanding research opportunities, the incredible people, and the beautiful campus, she admits she secretly hoped to win at least one high-stakes bingo night. Some of her favorite memories at USU include cheering loudly at the Spectrum for the men's basketball team. One of JC's most meaningful experiences at USU was her honors capstone project, where she explored how people's perceptions of animals influence conservation efforts, a line of research she plans to continue in a future PhD program. During her undergraduate career, JC was nominated for the Goldwater National Scholarship, received the ArtSci Kiwanis Award, maintained a 4.0 GPA, served as a writing fellow, participated on the Honors Student Advisory Board, and graduated with honors. JC is deeply grateful for the support of her teachers and mentors, Dr. Freeman, Dr. Jordan, and Dr. Bahouzi, as well as the friends and family who encouraged her every step of the way. As the college valedictorian, JC represents all 8 valedictorians and will speak briefly at this time.
As with all good final assignments, I put the last notes on this last night. I finished my last class in December, and ever since then, people keep asking me, well, what are you going to do now? I was not a fan of this question. I felt really pressured to provide a 5-year itinerary of everything I was going to do in life. Truth be told, my life right now looks nothing like the answers I gave people. I've had to drop several research conferences that I wanted to attend. I'm not employed in my major's job field. Major aspects of my life changed, and my plans for grad school have been completely rearranged. I bet you've also been asked this big question. I imagine it's stressful for you too, because the question, as we interpret it, is flawed. How do you pin down the future when the present is so uncertain? Not one of our lives is going to go according to plan, nor should we assume that they will. So how do we answer the question, what are you going to do now? In response, I invite you to remember the times you've already answered this question, just in college alone. Let me start with a personal example. When I was a freshman, I started my education as a physics major. Half a semester later, I also finished my education as a physics major. However, due to an astronomical misunderstanding on my part, I thought that you couldn't take the physics major classes once you dropped the major, and so I enrolled from almost all of my credits. The sudden credit hour deduction disqualified me from my scholarship, meaning that I suddenly owed thousands in retracted scholarship funds. What's worse, this hit me one day after the class ad drop deadline. Sitting in my pajamas, in my dorm, thousands of dollars deeper in debt, I had to ask myself, what am I going to do now? I got to work. I reached out to my advisor and my professors. I explained the misunderstanding and petitioned every department head I could think of for class readmission. I audited my dropped classes in an attempt to stay caught up, praying that I could be let back in. It took a week and a half of rapid-fire emails, gracious professors, and a few new gray hairs. But my schedule was restored and my scholarship was refunded. As you may have guessed, I didn't exactly start school planning to drop all my classes mid-semester. I found myself facing a future that I did not anticipate. When I asked myself, what am I going to do now? I had to choose to be resilient. But what is resilience? To me, it's facing your challenges head on. It's not stubbornness or inflexibility. It's making the best of the circumstances you find yourself in and picking yourself back up as many times as it takes. Think back on the challenges you have faced in college. While I'm sure there are many, let me list a few I've seen in my friends, my classmates, and myself, such as wrestling with that impossible class, agonizing over if you really should switch your major, coordinating long work schedules around longer course loads, welcoming or losing a life in your family and still having to go to class the next day, digging yourself out of pits of anxiety, depression, and weariness. How many times have you already asked yourself, what am I going to do now? You have answered this question before. Your presence here is proof that you've answered it many times over. When faced with uncertainty, you have shown resilience and walked into the unknown. However, can we truly say that we got here by our virtues alone? I can't. There's this idea in psychology called Gestalt psychology. It states that the combination of several individual parts is not just equal to the sum of each part. The sum creates something different. It creates something greater. We become more than ourselves when we work together. College taught me this lesson well. When I was in high school, I was surrounded by people, but I was completely alone. I was successful on paper, sure, but I was afraid to open up to anybody in my life. When the stress of college hit, I knew that I couldn't survive as I was. What was I going to do? I couldn't change my circumstances, but I could choose resilience and I could choose community. I started to reach out to build and accept my community, and this changed my life. Telling my roommates about my ridiculous days, stresses, and worries alleviated day-to-day pressures. I embraced my faith, and I found a God and community who loved me so much. I connected with my family more and more because I realized that no matter what happened, they'll always support me and love me for who I am. I would not be standing here today without my community, my friends, and my family. Your support has shaped who I am, and I can't thank you enough. You'll never truly know just how much you mean to me. In finding my community, I got a chance to be community for others. Friends and family opened themselves up to me, and I felt our bond deepen. Please think about what ties our college together. Our majors may be different, but we are all bound by a deep love for helping others. Look at those around you. We are the teachers of the next generation. We are dedicated to helping people who can't help themselves. We leave the world a little bit better than when we found it. We, of all people, should know that when we support others and feel supported, everyone's resilience flourishes. And that is the key to answering the question, what are you going to do now? We can't say with certainty where life will take us, but we can choose resilience, lean on community, and face life together. How do we grapple with the future when the present's so uncertain? The present has never been certain. Today is not the first day of a brand new life for you. It is a continuation of the life you've been building all this time. And look around you. You are not alone. Your friends, your family, and your classmates. We are a cohort for a reason, because we graduate together. I'm still facing the changes in my future, but I love my life because of who I'm living it with, and it's bigger and brighter than I could have ever imagined. Now, let's take it back to the beginning, that first question that I've been answering since December. It seemed a little flawed at first, but I'm starting to see the deeper meaning. I'd like to turn it over to you now. My friends, what are you going to do now?
Thank you, JC, and congratulations on being the college's valedictorian. Now it's time to honor our graduates individually. Graduates will be recognized by department. We have a professional photographer who will take your picture to the west of the stage, and you will be able to access your photos on the USU commencement website. I'd like to invite President Mortensen and members of the Board of Trustees to join us on stage as we hand out our degrees. Dr. Scott Bates, please join me on stage to congratulate the graduates, and Dr. Jen Gruey will read the names of the graduates from the Department of Psychology. We've just had the pleasure of hearing from J.C. Hopkin, the 2026 valedictorian for the department.
J.C. Hopkins. Ava Jones. Madeline Linford. Ryan Linhart. Kobe Cruz. Aiden George. Danielle Cook. Annie Allen. Aspen Moore. Kelly Shimmick. Balin Duchesneau. Elizabeth Green. Sophie Connors. Mackenzie Schultz. Boston Helstern. Andrew Needham. Tyler Hogan. Crisia Gastella Guerrero. Ashley Romero. Madison Kais. Tahira Van Orman. Ashley Yates. Hope Hillman. Olivia Rose. Camille Chamberlain. Ashlyn Francis. Luke Jacobson. Devin Claridge. Charlene Hyder. Emery Hadsell. Kiara Cox. Josara Zavello. Madeline McNiven. Joseph Deinhardt. Matthew Beruston. Maxwell Hancock. Connor Chabosky. Madison Wentz. Kaylin Goldbranson. Margaret Elizabeth Brown. Carrie Morrell. Macy Pino. Eliza Lewis. Dulce Cortez. Latte Maltellen Britton. Tavin Maservi. Brand Martinez. Abigail Anderson. Emma Miller. Adeline Call. Gracie Beecher. Emily Knowlton. Tessa Ann Richardson. Ian Corey. Ryan Bowman. Garrett Cody Mitchell. Nicholas Bennett. Lamia Hamp. Madison Lapierre. Joshua Breinholt. Avril Harada. Clara Blake. Jane Strigham. Denora Marina Leon Benny. Devin Winder. Meg Drube. Harley Thomas. Corby Goff. Emily Keno. Zaylee Paris. Faith Anderson. Katie Goetz. Katie Allen. Millie Despan. Lauren Brandt. Olivia Westover. Colin Beard. Joshua Hanson. Ashley Jessen. Angela Lepwich. Laura Allred. Elise Perry Ludlow. Tylee Lishman. Jolisa Harris. Grace Phillips. Acadia Peterson. Hannah Jensen. Sophia Bauman. Zoe Payton. Camilla Correa. Lucy Munns. Hannah Haffen. Isabel Wheeler. Olivia White. Mulina Van Beekum. Brooklyn Dyer. Gracie Alstrom. Sarah Elizabeth Mathis. Miley Strong. Camilla Wood. Carrie Powell. Keaton Pine. Heather Singleton. Alyssa Gill. Samuel Joseph Knight. Megan Smith Sidaway. Kaylee Loveland. Sung Jung Yim. Tatiana Apaza Zoto. McKay Lund. Ellie Touloustic. Brittany Costella. Brittany Gonzalez Constena. Marky Hawker. Vanessa May Kehau Lai Pohisi. Jenna Thorkelson. Graceland Linebarger. Tylene Haygood. Lydia Foister Weiberg. Eileen Yusiki Fernandez. Ivana Ramos. Kirsten Venstra. David Carr. Caleb Craig White. Isabel Jones.
Dr. Andy Walker, Department Head. Please join me on the stage and congratulate the graduates. And Dr. Rami Shaban will read the names of the graduates from the Department of Instructional Technology and Learning Sciences. Emma Griffin, please join me at the podium. Emma is the 2026 valedictorian for the Department of Instructional Technology and Learning Sciences. Congratulations, Emma. Congratulations. Read them off.
Emma Nicole Griffin. Jacob Lacey. Madeline McIntosh. Justin Paulson. James Lunn. Bryce Knapp. Jared Berry. Francis Sampson. Carly Nunley. Jackson Peterson. Courtney Cyril Curl. Casey Shea Cairn. Annalise John Spencer. Caitlin Daniel Lyons. Caitlin Emma Ledyard. Madison Hutchinson. Jocelyn Abraham. A.B. Robel. Sydney Pace. Gavin Cushing. Jasmine Banman. Gavin Harbour. Finn Larson. Chandler West. Ellie Presser. Colin Fuller. Stuart Dumford. Courtney Clifford. Samantha Kendrick. Lily Matson. Lexa Cole. Gina Ban. Elizabeth Moore. Marianne Holiday. Cameron Wheeler.
Ms. Pam Anderson, please join me on the stage to congratulate graduates. And Ms. Jeanette Harris will read the names of the graduates from the Department of Nursing. Tegan Martinez, please join me at the podium. Tegan is the 2026 valedictorian for the Department of Nursing. Congratulations, Tegan. Go lead 'em off.
Tegan Martinez. Emily Daniels. Tessa Scott. Madison Duke. Cece Woods. Sarah Sweetmerga. Taylor Prowse. Alexis Fisher. Chloe Croshaw. Madison Dial. Isabel Banks. Ryan Howard. Daniel Mickelson. Amanda Benderson. Caitlin Ross. Macy Johnson. Peyton Brathwaite. Sydney Beeson. JC Davis. Olivia Huff. Emily Nelson. Alexis Lee Walker. Bethany Johansson. Jessica Coe. Kylie Clark. Kyra Sherwood. Claire Lewis. Anna Vaharan. Morgan Koalas. Morgan Robbins. Kaylin Steffen. Megan Neeson. Kate Whitmore. Tate Schrader. Jenica Hess. Creighton John. Logan Muncie. Roman Daniel Felder. Kedrick Haskett. Valerie Clark. Michaela Mitchell. Shaylee Miller. Marcy Harrop.
Dr. Stephen Kamisha, Department Head, please join me on the stage to congratulate the graduates. And Dr. Max Longhurst will read the names from the School of Teacher Education and Leadership. Noelle Ashcraft, please join me at the podium. Noelle is the 2026 valedictorian for the School of Teacher Education and Leadership. Congratulations, Noelle. Go lead them off.
Noel Ashcraft. Emily Jex. Sarah Smith. Caitlin Williams. Brennan Moon. Peyton Hill. Morgan Simmons. Chloe Bear. Callie Porritt. Afton Walker. Rose Williams. Mikkel Campbell. Calliandra Williams. Samantha Satterwhite. Zoe Stanley. Michaela Haney. Abby Lemon. Brooklyn Miller. Jennifer Canfield. Kira Crandall. Grace Sagers. Hannah McBride. Ariana James. Savannah Finlinson. Ava Kelly. Elizabeth Drubay. Cheyenne Frog. Congratulations. Wyatt Bailey. Chase Wasden. Carly Wasden. Julia Bowler. Chloe Stone. Jessica Blackham. Emma Christensen. Callie McClellan. Rachel Anderson Mayfield. Hallie J. Norda Jones. Abigail McBride. Clancy Fox. Emma Riley. Madeline George. Shaylee Stutznager. Oakley Ivy. Maggie Crandall. Shelby Jenkins. Tess Rasmussen. Caitlin Simper. Alyssa Woodbury. Caitlin Gray. Reagan Zag. Kelsey Cheney. Kenzie Barton. Reagan Golding. Madeline Wainsgard. Carly Derland. Morgan White. Audrey Douglas. Madison McCoy. Robbie Johnson. Emma Young. Oakley May Roper. Lindsay Epperson. Alexis Bender. Brennan Rigby. Lorraine Kuro. Catherine Searcy. Caitlin Martinelli. Emma Mathewson. Michelle Clark. Madison Fawn Rex. Emma Johnson. Alexandra Matthews. Kalissa Shailene Kunzler. Eliza Noel Hardy. Alex Wright. Abigail Roof. Abby Heiniger. Andrew Carl Stubbs. Erica Matthews. Zoe Cheney. Catherine Gross. Sadie Stone. Kelsey Anderson. Natalie Castleton. Leona Benyon. Morgan Lavalle. Amy Hendricks. Brecken Ann Fochetti. Tavita Confetti. Matt Gatherum. Tylee Hawes. Kennedy Vines. Madeline K. Peterson. Emily Castleman. Sage Foster. Alyssa Nelson. Sarah Armstrong. Eliza Swenson. Emily Hammer. Keaton Smoot. Hannah Elizabeth Bridge. Oakley Greenwood. Alicia Kathleen Hurst. Lily Utes. JC Anderson.
Dr. Tom Higby, Department Head, please join me on the stage to congratulate the graduates, and Dr. Willa Van Dijk will read the names from Aggie's Elevated Program.
Clark Seiji Stockton Jr. Logan Green. Daniel Ballesteros. Jacob Nelson.
Will Maggie, hello? Is it on? Will Maggie Hampton Farley please join me at the podium? Maggie is the 2026 valedictorian for the Department of Special Education and Rehabilitation Counseling. Congratulations, Maggie. Well done. Go lead your class off.
Maggie Hampton Farley. Zadie Michaelis. Brinley Larson. Keely Shakespeare. Danny Allred. Tia Carlisle. Jeremy Wright. Elena Jacobson. Cami Derby. Anika J. Salveson. Lisa Shepard. Rachel Merrill. Abigail Gardner. Melanie Ruth Johnson. Savannah Mae Widener. Sophie Gold. Bryn Clark. Peyton Haney. Bailey Karen. Jessica Spradlin. Jade Jones. Michaela Norton. Lacey Bergener. Abby Whitaker. Kaylee Lynn. Okay. Kenna Westbrook. Georgia Swain. Cassandra Olszewski. Abigail Stratton. Heather Jane Metcalf. Michael Ward. Amanda Wilcox. Emery Terry. McKenna Croft. Abigail Daum. Tara Lee Purcell. Elem Gabriela Rojas Ortiz.
Dr. Robert Stowski, please join me on stage to congratulate the graduates. And Mr. Kevin Barlow will read the names of the graduates from the Department of Human Development and Family Studies. Jared Olson, please join me at the podium. Jared is the 2026 valedictorian for the Department of Human Development and Family Studies. Congratulations to Jared. Go lead him off.
Jared Olson.
Nicole Rollins. Amelia Mickle. Noelle Jensen. Emily Jane Robison. Joseph Swallam. Faith Griffin. Bailey Finch. Emma Crockett. Ellie Harris. Quincy Bendrip. Jocelyn Risenmay. Amy Astorga. Avery Sadler. Brandon Lindberg. Aspen Lovell. Hannah Jackson. J.D. Johnson. Ileana Sevilla. Lindy Stant. Haley Noble. Haley Edwards Wardle. Megan Amity Trout. Carissa Eames. Lily Anderson. Annie Everett. Jenna Kunzler. Anna Hammond. Jordan Passman. Ellie Dean. Jack Cameron. Hannah Anderson. Autumn Black. Emma Horning. Hillary Booth. Janessa Parkinson. Brooke Stanton. Savannah Christiansen. Kennel Aston. Jelena James. Gracie Davis. Trevi Jones. Cameron Gardner. Hannah Spackman. Elizabeth Thomas. Tylee Madsen. Zamara Male. Berkeley Burnside. Haley Cranny. Amber Anderson. Rachel Putnam. Jaylee Rothwell Nita. Emmy Karen. Taylin Crandall. Denise Naylor. Darcy Jackson. Elizabeth Appadale. Ashlyn Jensen. Shanna Peterson.
Dr. Karen Munoz, Department Head, will present the diploma covers, and Dr. Cash Pitt will read the names of the graduates from the Department of Speech and Hearing Sciences. Adelie Smith, please join me at the podium. Adelie is the 2026 valedictorian for the Department of Speech and Hearing Sciences. Congratulations, Adelie. Go lead them off.
Thanks.
Adelie Smith. McKenna Wagstaff. Livy Davies. Rebecca Day. Jade Lau. Crystal Bear. Bryn Kennedy. Tara Taylor. Aurora Jukes Patlin. Emma Jarnagan. Is that right? Jarnagan? Olivia Fletcher. Shiley Taylor. Ruby Morgan. Rebecca Wheeler. Mariah Morris. Julia Wind. Kaya Bain. Avalie Dunkley. Caitlin Ferreira. Megan Cole. Jillian Wadsworth. Holly Levitt. Alexis Klein. Tiara Mackey. Hunter Walters. Adri Anderson. Bryn Arzola. Charlie Orgeson. Hallie Dunn. Lucy Robbins. Sadie Stearns. Lacey Linares. Brielle Brush. Lola Cleverly. Melanie Ball. Heather Hall. Carly Marie Jacobson. Casey Eddy. Stephanie Potts. Whitney Goddig. Carolyn Major. Annika Williams. Addison Prisby. Jessica Hymas. Lauren Halliday. Jennifer Funk. Kaylee Papke. Cheyenne Denali Arroyo Anderson Siemens. Jessica Elizabeth Leishman. Abby Swindler. Erica DeMea. Lindsay Taylor Haney Packer. Shari Priestley. Heather Castablanco. Kylie Johnson. Olivia Buffet. Kaylee Andresen. Kendall Hone. Camry Hopoff. Emery Jorgensen. Haley Murdoch Cantwell. Jamie Heslop. Allison Flores. McKenna Chase. Shayna Klein. Janessa Hansen. Emily Crum. Montserrat Mendoza Huerta. Cambry Widmer Carr. Larissa Malonis. Micah Zabel. Esther Dutson. Lucy Lillianquist. Shalise Kais. China Ann Rowley.
Dr. Julie Gass, please join me on the stage to congratulate the graduates, and Dr. Breeze Studenko will read the names of the graduates from the Department of Kinesiology and Health Science. They're a rowdy bunch. I think they're ready. Allison Richter, please join me at the podium. Allison is the 2026 valedictorian for the Department of Kinesiology and Health Science. Congratulations, Allison.
Well done. Go lead off your class.
Allison Richter. Brooks Harrison. Addison Nesson. Austin Stuckey. Jackson Weston. Zachary Mulkey. Carson Talbot. Amber Brokaw. Ian Mon. Jacob Schill. Leah Housley. Adam Hageman. Brendan Patton. Jaron LaRolle. Tyler Wanless. Holden Hughes. Josh Wright. Jackson Lofgren. Ethan Miners. Marcus Becerra. Alejandro Lopez. Landon Carpenter. Truman Engler. McKinnon Lyman. Bethany Joy Bowen. Jaden Beach Jarrett. Elle Dunyan. Madison Grace. Mackenzie Story. Abigail Allred. Austin Young. Jenna Violet. Javier Guadarrama. Megan Adams. Jonah Sharp. Kason Forgetto. Michael Stroud. Eden McClung. Hallie Liangley. Timberly Dean. Sophia Bowden. Ashlyn Murray. Nisha Christensen. Jordan Merrill. Justin Gosser. Noah Stewart. Isaac Parr. Jake Burbage. Riley Steed. Michael Nolan IV. Tate Gatherum. Branson Butterfield. Ethan Uffins. William T.J. Los. Corbin Spencer. Gabriel Souza. Emily Wadsworth. Savannah Joy Burton. Marin Montano. Kennedy Johnson. Madison Barker. Sydney Barfus. Haley Pohl. Catherine Groneman. Delaney Dana. Rachel Miller. Bryson Corden Fell. Kian Cummins. Summit Grace. Isabella Ariana Velasco. Kaylee Chambers. Summer Diamond. Emma Kaler. Hannah Terry. Ryan Steiger. Brian Angelo Ricaldi. Abigail Curtis. JC Roberts. Abby Mason. Nick Myers. Dax Hansen. Clay Glenn Goodwin. Emmy Goodwin. Camden Robbins. Charles Buckley. Chase Konamu. Andrew Geilman. Josh Harrison. Franco David Tilachea Garcia. McKinley Biddle. Caleb Malone. Jeffrey Todd Allen. Tolman Walker. Kelson DeYoung. Ethan Dunnels. Bailey Flinders. Catherine Plume. Megan Clark. Kendall Sonnenberg. Bethany Lloyd. Kate Durant. Paul Ward. Austin Louis. Kieran Vance. Lauren Benson. Paige Lila Berg. Cameron Harker. Chelsea Southam. Avery Bibby. Isaac Auger. Will Hull. Tanner Miles. Ashton Goodrich. Grayson Goodrich. Morgan Swanson. Amelia Joy Guerin. Naya Nyowen. Emily Bradford. Caddison Last. Kinley Alder. Vanessa Wood. Allison Galines. Gavin Patterson. Joey Havel. Kyler Ross Sorensen. Michael Thompson. Isaac Koch. Nathan Phillips. Brighton Taylor Drake. Megan Campbell. Lauren Gray. McKinley Daw. Trayton Slack. Haley Lucenti. Aubrey Gardner. Emily Lofgreen. Dixie Hill. Grace Callister. Graziana Leonelli. Kimberly Jones. Jade Stevenson. Ashley Jones. Madison Barchi. Parker Buchanan. Carter Ellis. Malia Malin. Sarah Hales. Brielle El Bakri. Kira Hochter. Madeline Lyons. Joshua David Lowe. Jamie Shea Rasmussen. Anna Malonis. Samian Terry Mose. Ava Newman. Emily Leonard. Katie Oliphant Miller. Lydia Bohm. Joseph Hart. Allison Orton. Haley Titchen. Carmen Ramirez Riviera. Ilea Renda. Kate Clausen Weed.
Class of 2026, the faculty and staff of the Emma Eccles Jones College of Education and Human Services extends our sincere congratulations and best wishes to each of you. We know that you will be impactful educators, scholars, human service professionals, and leaders. You will meaningfully advance the public good, Please visit with us often and share your many accomplishments as you embark on your new journeys. Now, just a couple of items of business before we conclude our graduation ceremony. Graduates, you will be released through both sides of Section F to the outside of the spectrum. Family and friends, please stay seated until after the graduates have exited. Then you can meet them on the Legacy Fields on the south side of the spectrum, where we will serve Aggie ice cream to all graduates, families, and guests. Now, before we get to that fun, we are in the spectrum, are we not? And there's a couple of fun things that we need to do before we leave here. So President Mortensen, will you please join me? Now, there's one thing about college and the spectrum that I know is that everyone loves free t-shirts. And so we have some College of Education and Human Services t-shirts for a few select audience members. A diploma and a t-shirt. Now there's one more tradition in the spectrum that I'd like you guys to join me in. Members of the herd certainly know this. I imagine most of our audience and most of our graduates know this. This is a little call and repeat. So repeat after me. I believe. I believe. I believe. I believe that. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. Now, there is a tradition when our Aggies athletic teams win that we engage in. Today, you are our winners. Our graduates are our winners. And in your honor, at the count from 3, 2, 1, we are going to turn the A, what? Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1. Graduates, take pride in your accomplishments and celebrate. I wish you good luck, good health, and a lifetime of curiosity, learning, and meaningful service. Congratulations and well done, class of 2026.